It was a small screen again. We found out that David didn't know the whole story. Do you know why David didn't know the whole story? Do you guys know why? Stickum and Justin? Ask me why. I'm glad you asked. Because the little girl that's wearing fake Prada, all in white, totally said to David, "Excuse me, do you know what one of your friends' friends said to me? They said to my face that I was the B word," which didn't happen. Because I can guarantee you I would never say that to a girl's face. Ever. Under my breath, when my back is turned 30 feet in the opposite direction with loud, blaring music, decibels high, hell yes I would. But never to her face. So, David was completely under the impression that, because she got them in, that Tyler said this to her face. This thing. But that didn't happen. So Tyler was upset until we explained it to him. He relaxed. In the meantime, me and Drew thought it'd be funny to Twitter like crazy. So that's how all the Twitters happened. Literally one thing after another would happen. Drew was eating a fry. He cut his tooth. I said, ha ha ha. Why don't I say I punched Drew in the face? He's all totally do it. So I said I punched Drew in the face and now he's bleeding from the tooth. It's not really what happened. He actually cut it, you know. So then Michelangelo was on the ground.
I don't know what happened.
And we said, don't move. Put your foot up. So he put his foot up like this. And we're like, we're just going to throw stuff on you. So we did, and I said, before you take the picture, Drew, wait. I threw a straw at him. We're like, perfect. So that was Michelangelo's bottom torso that you saw.
Yes.
All on the floor. So then we decided to put what's-his-face, Jake in jail. So I held up utensils because Drew told me to. I don't know if you noticed, but that's the ring from the twit pic. Totally my hand in his face. I was like literally like, here, move your head sideways. Move your head the other way, the other way, the other way. I was this far away from his face. I could feel Jake's nostril hairs breathing air on my hands. It was flipping disgusting. Because I think a booger came out. I think a booger totally came out.
That's so gross.
It was disgusting. And then he put his head down. You know why? Because he stepped all over Sean's phone. Just kidding. That didn't really happen. Because if it happened, he couldn't Twitter wow. Right, Sean? Wow. So yeah, that's what happened. And we decided, okay, we're just gonna pretend that he stepped all over his phone, like with his foot. You know? By the way, I have new shoes, everybody. Check this out. Aren't those awesome? They say 80s kid on the back. I'll totally show you later. Okay, so anyways, so then Jake was like really tired because it was like 1:32 in the morning by this point, so he's like totally like this. And we totally made it look like he was in timeout by himself. I get that a lot, actually, believe it or not. So then Jake was like, oh, let's have some fun. Let's make people think Jake quit the band. So that's why he Twittered, I'm done. I'm done. And then I was like, okay, let's make it over dramatic. I don't know what I Twittered. I think I Twittered like, oh my goodness, Jake just totally made that announcement. It's for real now, ladies and gentlemen. It's true, I wasn't lying. He was done. He was done with all of our bull crap that night. But he was done. He really was done with that. So, and he was done eating because we have to add that in. So David, because apparently me, Drew, Michelangelo, and Sean, who actually was a ringleader here, were all out of control at our table. So David and his posse with his little brother.
I sat with David. I sat with David and Jonathan, his brother.
Jonathan's his brother. I don't know Jonathan that well. We went to a pool party. It was fun. So Mangello over here decides to go sit over at the calm table because we're too crazy for him. So he sits over there. I don't know where I was going with this part of the story.
All about the food.
Oh, the food. Thank you, Sean. The food. So Jake is waiting 20 minutes. 20 minutes for food. Food never comes. So we noticed that calm table over there got their food. And Jake was like, what happened? The guy goes, oh, I'm sorry. We could not give you your food because it's too late and we closed down kitchen. I don't think he talked like that, but just for the sake of this show, because I'm the executive producer, he talked like that. Okay? So then the next thing that happened was Jake was like, but I came in with them and you took their order but didn't take mine. We should have all ordered at the same time. He goes, yes.
Jake was sitting there. Jake was sitting there for like a half hour
literally
at the table. I was sitting next to him some of the time, and then I left his table. I was playing musical chairs, and then I went and sat with David because We didn't go to the club.
We
go to
the club. It just didn't work out that way.
I wanted to make sure I spent time with my best friends and sat with Jake for a little bit, and then I went and sat with David for a little bit.
Yeah. So then the guy who has this accent, because that's what I remember, goes, "Oh, I cannot do that. They were the last order."
We're gonna call him Frito.
We're gonna call him Frito.
Yes.
Frito. Frito said they were the last order. So then Jake was like, "How can that be? I literally was like right here. I was right here. You took their order. Didn't even look this way. No one even asked me if I wanted food." He was, "Yes, they were the last order. Thank you. You know, whatever." So BS on that. So then that's when he twittered, "I'm done." And then you guys all totally thought he quit the band, which was great. So yeah, okay, so then what happened next? The cops. Because we picked about the cops. Did you guys see the cop car on Hollywood Boulevard and Tyler was talking to the police officer with the searchlight on? Did you guys see that part? Okay,
yes.
So
that was hilarious.
That's a lot of yes. Okay, so we're all walking back to our cars, the 5 of us. You know, the one VFC member, me, and Avenue 52, all walking down Hollywood Boulevard. But let me tell you something. The 5 of us are worse. We're like Power Rangers. We all had different colors on, and we all were walking like we're dangerous. You should not leave 5 pop recording musicians walking down the street together, especially when they know each other. That's dangerous. That's like mixing the Joker with like Lex Luthor or something. It's not a good combination. It's dangerous. I like Superman and Batman, by the way. Those were good cartoons.
Wow, this chat is lagging.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so the next thing that happened, Tyler wanted to climb a wall. He thought he was Spider-Man. He was like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go climb that wall." I'm sorry. "Hey guys, I think I'm gonna go climb that wall over there," because that's exactly what Tyler sounds like. So seriously, he totally. Excuse me, Michelangelo, you're gonna have to move.
No, yeah, that's
he
fine.
totally pretend this is wall. So I totally punched him in the face. Okay, he totally was like 3 feet in the air. No, it was like 7 feet. Totally climbed like this with his leg up, like he was going over the wall, over the wall.
He looked like a Jackie Chan movie where they climb up the wall with just their feet.
Yeah, where they go. If this is the wall, you know, like seriously, he thought he was like one of those urban like jumpers. So the minute his foot reached the ledge of the top, like that, all of a sudden you see, woo, and like seriously, the light was this bright on his face, just like that.
What are the chances
Lights?
that a cop car drives by while he's climbing up the wall?
As he's climbing the wall, he jumped down so fast, the look on his face was like this.
Just like that.
Just like that, and me and Drew were laughing because we thought it was really funny. So Avenue 52 stayed with him, and we walked down the street and we took a picture. And that was great. They were like, "What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing?" He's like, "I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what? I apologize. I totally apologize." I think he said something like that.
Me and
right?
Sean care more about the fact that Tyler is getting like talked to by the cops. Drew cares more about a twit pic.
So we do this, and we take pictures, and we're laughing because it's great. We're like, wait, we don't want the cops to see this. Click, so we take the picture. So, and as you know, there was a twit pic. If anyone has that link, you totally should put it up for the fans that didn't see it, because that is a great picture of Tyler. Someone should actually text, like, Tyler, with a little arrow showing it's Tyler when he bends over and talks to them. That was great. So then we all finally went to our cars in helicopter, and we all went home, and that was our night last night.
All right, that was our night. And then I got in the car with Drew, and Drew drove me home, and then
I flew home.
And then you flew home in your helicopter.
Falcon 1. We'll have pictures of Falcon 1 in the near future here on ACTV.
Yep.
And Sean drove home with Tyler, and Tyler was telling somebody on the phone, I think a friend of his, how the cop stopped him, and yeah.
Yep.
Sean had to relive it in the review of Tyler talking on the phone in his car. And that is exactly what happened last night. I apologize for all of that, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Believe it or not, the Prada Girl totally was supposed to make an appearance last night at Mel's Diner with us. We totally wanted to see the WWE go down between her and Tyler, because I totally would have got that on tape. But she never showed. She never showed.
Yeah. It was awesome, though.
And that's the story.
It was good to hang out with Jake and David, though.
You know, Jake and David, it was really good seeing them. Bobby just wasn't there, and TC's way too young to get into a 21 and over club. So,
yeah.
I tried to get him in. They just pointed and laughed.